Cortland is in the area. Part of Cortland has sewers. Yorktown is in there. Part of Yorktown has sewers. And by the way, this is the struggle. There was a federal monitor appointed, and one of the things is we're dealing with people from HUD and the Justice Department out of Washington, and a monitor who lives in New Jersey. They have very little understanding of New York State zoning laws. They have very little understanding about watershed. They have very little understanding about just the practicality and reality of locating someone who is, by definition, you have to be at a certain low income level. Why would you take somebody like that and move them in, let's say, into the middle of Bedford, not near any public transportation, in an area where to insure that home, to pay the taxes on that home, you have to have a certain cost of living? It goes back to what I said originally. The only bar to someone buying a home in Westchester is the amount of money they have in the bank. It's really it. This, and again, I want to emphasize, this case was not a discrimination case. Despite the name of the outfit that bought this, it's one of these gold-digging outfits. It's called the Anti-Discrimination Council. But, they're just a group of guys in Washington, D.C. who know this law and figured it's good. By the way, they got $7 million as a finder's fee for this case.
And then we still have to pay them every year. Right?
We pay them. We pay the monitor's fee. He just submitted his bill recently. It's in excess of $200,000. It's really, I knew it was bad when I voted against it. Now that I have to deal with it as an part of the executive branch, it's worse, and I know I made the right decision voting no.
Even the penalty provisions in it are horrible.
The penalty provisions
Absolutely
would be to the tune of about $15 million annually.
And they seem
it goes
to be
$30 million
possibly
right away.
Never ending.
It could be never ending. That's correct. But to get back to Harry's question, no municipalities targeted. What we have done is we've asked municipalities, and a number have come forward. We've asked developers, a number of them come forward. But we've had developers come forward, and the first thing we say to all of them is, have you checked with the town? Have you talked to the town? Do you have the support of the town? Rob Astorino, as county executive, is not one that's going to come marching into Somers or any town and say, you better build 25 units of affordable housing. And by the way, if we found a area where we could build all 750, we can. There's no obligation to scatter it. It's kind of a weird settlement in that sense,
But George, let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Because in Somers we have an obligation because of angle fly to increase the numbers of affordable housing.
Right. That's a different.
But that would help your problem as we build more, as we find more units here, because you can count that against your 750.
No, you can't. I tell you why. The settlement barred anything that was already.
Yeah, I'm saying the things that are not approved. So the 72 we just talked about can't be, but anything going forward can be. That hasn't been approved yet, right? That's what I was told.
No, it depends. It depends.
On?
You can have for instance, a lot of municipalities like to build affordable housing and have a set aside for local residents. If you do that, we cannot count that project. Okay? The stipulation forbids any local preference. It requires the developer to advertise outside of Westchester County and outside of New York State. So some municipalities and or developers may be reluctant to do that. There is also a different income level.
But not necessarily.
Well, yeah, but also the income level is different, perhaps, than you may have. Some municipalities may, on their own, have set certain income levels for affordable housing, and if it's above the number there, you got to go back and the developer who may have come in with an idea, if he can sell the units at $250. And somebody can only has to make $70,000 to qualify for a mortgage. Well, under the settlement, you got to be below $60,000. And so when you go below $60,000, for them to be able to qualify to buy it, you've got to reduce the price now down to $230,000, let's say. That means he's losing $20,000 on a unit, which means to do something, whether it's the county giving some kind of funding for infrastructure or going through this new homes acquisition thing that's been used in the past. So it's not that simple. The regular and this is one of the other misnomers that went out during the debate on this, when people said, "Oh, this will help us build affordable housing for our own workforces."
Right.
The stipulation in clear black and white prohibits that.
Right. It says that you have to advertise within a tri-state area.
And it also says you can't have any kind of preference for your local community.
Now, is that still available on the county website? Can you still go and...
That I don't know, Harry.
George, wasn't there something, though,
it
about
is.
one for every three?
The implementation plan is available on the county website.
One for what you mean? Well, understand one of the things we're still struggling with. We put together an implementation plan. We worked with the Municipal Officials Association. We stretched the envelope as far as we thought we could. That plan, the initial plan, some people used the term that it was rejected. It wasn't rejected. It was just not accepted. That was back in. We had 30 days after we took office to do that. The monitor rejected that end of January, early February, gave us to March 12th to submit a revised plan. On March 12th, we submitted that revised plan. We've not heard back on it yet. So those types of things are things we suggested, but the monitor still hasn't said that in his wisdom that fits what the stipulation says, and that he would put, pardon the expression, put holy water on it or make it kosher. I'm trying to cover every religion here.
Well, thank you very much, George. We appreciate your coming in and sharing that information with us, and hopefully the residents of the town will now be a little bit more clear on the subject, because I have gotten a lot of questions.
Well, they can certainly call me, or if you'd like, we can have Mary Mann, who is the person on staff that's helping us, put this whole thing together at any time. We're happy to do that.
Okay, great.
I was in the neighborhood anyways. My daughter.
I know. Congratulations.
She got 3 awards, academic awards at Kennedy Catholic.
What did she get?
She obviously takes after her mother.
What were her awards for?
She got one for principal's list, which when I was in school, principal's list meant bad things.
You got that one. Right?
Yes. She got one for drama. And then she actually got it's interesting because she's going to be a senior in September, but some of the colleges give out awards, and she got Clarkston College gave her an award and a scholarship.
Oh, how nice.
That's very nice.
That's good news for you.
Anyway. All right. Thank
you very
Good night.
much. We appreciate you being here.
Mary Beth?
Yes.
I don't want to leave in the middle of the night and head out.
Okay.